Hi there, this is Gist Nigeria. Coming up on the program, National Blackout. We examine why Nigeria still struggles to power its economy. Also, Earth Day. Trash-picking Spider-Man cleans up the streets of Oshogbo. Plus, reminiscence. Self-substituted Daniel Amokachi talks his story goes at Everton 27 years after. And
my name is Adeda Malabalogun. Check me out.
The mathematician helping children with learning disabilities improve learning. Welcome to Gist Nigeria from the BBC and Channels Television, where we follow conversations on social media and give perspectives about them. I am Wali Fakile. Let's start with our lead story. If you live in any part of Nigeria, you probably would have a story to share about the power situation in the country. Over the years, authorities have sunk billions of naira into the sector, but Nigerians still struggle with blackouts and erratic power supplies. Between January 2022 and now, the national grid has collapsed a few times, and at the bottom of the pyramid are individuals and businesses paying a high price for it. So, how long will it take Nigeria to fix its power sector? Gist Nigeria's Aneta Felix has been finding out.
It's a barrage of complaints on social media. Many Nigerians saying they pay so much for so little power supply. The tweets speak for themselves.
On the streets of Lagos and Abuja, the cries ring on.
For the past 5 days now, we don't have lights.
Since this year, the light has been affecting my business.
2 days on, 1 day off. And even that 2 days, if you calculate the time we are using for that 2 days, it's not even up to 12 hours.
The current is low. I just give them money to go and buy a candle.
If I must have light in my house, it means I must buy 1,500 naira fuel to run my gen.
When they start for collecting money, they will now bring the light for like 2 days, then start disconnecting us, say we should pay by force.
Sometimes you sleep and you wake up only to be told that there was light, and you wake up, you can't find it.
When you're not at home, that is when they bring light. The time you are at home to enjoy the light, after working, come down and rest and sleep well. You couldn't sleep well because there's no light.
You cannot enjoy 3 hours uninterrupted power supply.
This is Akon Lara in Ikorodu North LCDA, Lagos, Nigeria. Bright in the sunlight, but pitch dark at night. I've come to meet the community leaders here who coordinated a self-help response to the power challenge.
Each house contributed 18,000 naira each to buy the transformer, to buy all the infrastructure you are seeing from beginning of our CDA, cables, high tension poles, low tension poles, aluminium conductor, everything you see from beginning of our CDA down to the end of our CDA. The Ikeja Electric did not have one cover there. If we say we should total all the amount that we spend, we should be talking of 20 million naira.
In my house now, I know how much I've expended in my solar panel, and I've expended in getting my inverter to make sure that I'm always having light. And that's been the problem with the community for years. Everything that is in the community, as far as electricity is concerned, is being purchased by the residents.
Away from community leaders trying to ease the sufferings around here, are average residents looking for help wherever they can find it.
How's this power outage affecting your home and your business?
Okay, come, let me show you something. Before, I used to cook and stock in the freezer 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but now we can't do that. The last time I tried it, I ended up wasting all the food because it all went bad. Now I just cook for today and tomorrow and wash up the pot.
So why does GENCOS and millions other Nigerians suffer power outages? And who's responsible for fixing it? Nigeria's Ministry of Power has been speaking.
Issa Sanusi, the special advisor to the Minister of Power, explains that there was a system collapse on April 8th that caused power outages in many parts of the country. He promises that the recurring grid failure is being investigated by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC. In the electricity value chain, 11 power distribution companies or DISCOs directly serve the consumers. Their role is to ensure light comes on when Nigerians switch on their bulbs. But why does the light stay off most of the time?
What happened recently was a series of system collapse brought about by the bottleneck and the problem with the TCN in different locations, and it means that they are not able to transmit up to 6,000 megawatts at a time. And the country needs much more than that.
Federal government-owned Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has a duty to transmit the generated power to distributors. But why do distributors claim to receive little supply? Ndidimba, the general manager of public affairs at the TCN, passes the buck to the GENCOS. She says TCN can only transmit the quantum of power generated by GENCOS, and that GENCOS are generating a very low amount. We take this statement to Joy Ogaji, the head of the 6 power generating companies, GENCOS.
When GENCOS have been owed for many years, from 2015 till now, there are still debts that are accruing, and they are still mandated to continue to generate because Nigerians need power. They generate, all is not taken, and the ones that are stranded, nobody pays for it, and the ones that are taken are not also fully paid for. Yet the Nigerian population is calling for more power, more power. From where will this come from?
As stakeholders in the power sector continue to pass the buck, Tolutope Dada, an energy expert, offers a simple diagnosis of the problem.
The grid is very old, so even if you generate 20,000 megawatts, for instance, the grid cannot transmit it. So we're not generating enough. The grid cannot handle this much small one that we're generating. So the DISCOs will not even have something to distribute.
What energy solutions could work for Nigeria's growing population?
We should ensure that the transmission grid is concessioned. Government should leave it for private people to manage it. If we don't want to privatize its transmission company, we should concession it. If we concession it, then private people will come and operate it for us so that we can see some efficiency.
The national grid has to be collapsed and broken into subnational grids. States, local governments should be allowed to generate their own power and transmit and distribute and sell to people.
These sentiments are why Victoria Ibrahim says she's been advocating for a nationwide adoption of renewable energy.
Some of the alternatives that would work for Nigeria in terms of renewable energy sources would be solar and biogas, biomass, converting waste to energy. In the north, for example, there's a lot of sun and so much is being explored already in terms of using solar to generate electricity. We could look at options such as creating massive solar farms in areas where we would get a lot of output and then find a way or devise a way to transmit those to other areas. There's so much waste being produced in Nigeria and we are not putting it to good use. I know of countries that use the waste produced to generate electricity that is being used to power thousands of homes. For example, the waste generated by Abuja alone is estimated to produce 54 gigawatts of electricity per year, and that would power 11,000 homes.
The World Bank says Nigerian businesses and households like GENCOS lose $28 billion annually to the energy crisis. There are also climate change implications due to gas flaring in power generation. Experts say the solution lies in infrastructural development and the efficiency of players in the energy sector. However, before the solutions reel in, Nigerians may be obliged to pay more for the power they get, as government plans to remove a 200 billion naira electricity subsidy by the end of 2022. Anetta, Felix, Gist, Nigeria.
Hopefully, stakeholders in the power sector are finally able to fix this mammoth problem. Now, what is your electricity story? Join this conversation on our Twitter handle at GENCOS Nigeria TV. Let's hear from you.